Hello from Sedona. Hello everyone and welcome to my page. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and watching my latest video. Today we are chatting about a recent experience I had in Sedona, Arizona. To give a little bit of background on this trip, I took it with my husband and we really just took it because, let's face it, this past year has been a lot. It's brought out a lot of stress and anxiety in my life. I'm sure in your life it's just been a tough year, and being stuck at home really sucks. Not being able to see your family regularly really sucks. So I had heard about all of the healing here, all of the spiritual energies that are around Sedona, and we really wanted to take a self-care trip to reconnect with ourselves, reconnect with each other, and just get ourselves back grounded. If you've been directed here from Instagram, you have seen all of the beautiful pics of Sedona, and all of it's just so amazing, guys. I don't know if you have been there, but definitely put it on your bucket list. On my Instagram, I shared a ton of beautiful pics of Sedona, but I didn't share all of the work that was going on behind the scenes, the work that Andrew and I were doing on ourselves, how we were having these kind of hard conversations about our relationship and kind of what we want out of life. And a lot of healing happened in Sedona. So I am just going to get right into it. One of the things that attracted us to Sedona, Arizona, other than the pure beauty of the entire city, is these vortexes. I'm sure you have heard about it. If you have not, a vortex is a place where there's high spiritual energy. And it's because instead of the energy just kind of flowing in one direction, the energy is flowing kind of in a circular motion. It's flowing all over. So there is thought to be this extra healing that goes on here. You can have deeper meditations, deeper prayer of any kind. And it was just the most exhilarating experience. So we actually stayed in an Airbnb right in front of Cathedral Rock, which is one of the vortexes. I think it is the second most powerful vortex, but honestly guys, once you get into Sedona, you can feel the difference in the energy. I remember that first night being there, and I was sitting in bed and I decided to do a meditation. And when I tell you, it was the deepest, most focused meditation I have ever done, and I wasn't even at a vortex site. The next morning I woke up and I just felt renewed. I remember I journaled that night, and I had that deep meditation, and I woke up at 5:30 a.m. because we were doing a sunrise hike, and I just felt so energized. And it's different than a vacation energy, because I do believe that when you go on vacation and you're kind of taking a step back from your everyday routine, you get energized. But this is a completely different kind of energy. So a little bit of history on the infamous red rocks of Sedona. They were formed over millions of years, really, from a receding ocean line. So as the water kept pushing back, limestone and sand would just build up, and then they would rust, turning the rocks red. And this is where the energy of Sedona actually started. So in the 1980s, there was a rumor that the Earth was going to slip away into space. And people thought that if they would gather at sacred places, they could stop the Earth from slipping and going away into space. So tons of people, I mean millions of people, gathered at these different sacred spots, and Sedona was one of the places. So that is kind of where this vortex energy comes from. One of the other deepest one that I felt was at Airport Mesa Vortex. This is a really easy one to get to. You kind of just park and you can walk right up the mountain and it's there. And I'm telling you guys, the energy here is different from plane to Sedona. But when you go from just walking up the stairs to the vortex, you can feel it. And I was kind of skeptical in the moment, but then that night when Andrew and I went home and we talked about it, he felt it too. I remember sitting on this mountaintop and we probably sat there for 30 minutes uninterrupted watching the planes. So we have been on top of Airport Mesa for about 15 minutes, I'd say. We've just been watching planes fly back and forth, take off, land. There's personal planes, there are jets. I mean, it's unreal up here. It's gorgeous. I still can't even believe this place exists. In the United States, might I mention, there are so many beautiful places in the United States that I have not been to that I am just so excited to see. In a way, I felt like that was a meditation for me because, you know, meditations, they can be any moment where you're just kind of living in that moment. They don't have to be sitting down, crisscross applesauce, eyes closed, hands together, meditating. They can be anything as simple as watching the planes like I was, or doing dishes and being fully in that moment, just taking a break to be in this moment and watch your breath and just kind of notice the things around you. The other one that we visited was Chapel of the Holy Cross, and this one was, guys, it's just worth going. I don't even think I got many pictures or videos here because I was just so intrigued by this energy. There were so many people around me and I still felt like I could be in that moment and I wasn't distracted by all of the chaos around me. It took me a little bit to actually sit down and film this video because I wanted to make sure I came home, I journaled, I talked with Andrew and made sure I wasn't going to sound crazy like this crazy spiritual lady who went to Sedona and like found magic. But that's literally what happened, guys, and it is so worth the trip. You can easily travel safely during this time. I will make another video and link it in this one later on, maybe next week, and talk about all the things that we did to keep ourselves safe during this time. But it is so worth it to get out there, especially now when there's just so much to be anxious about in life. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're planning your next adventure to go out and make a deeper connection with yourself or with your loved ones or both. Just do it. It is so totally worth it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.